Here is the instructional video for Misled as performed by Copperfield on international television. You're going to receive a pencil, a gimmick, and I know I wish a $20 bill, but no, this is borrowed. So you're going to need a bill as well for this routine. The gimmick that you receive is a yellow piece of a pencil. It's made of plastic, and it's somewhat fragile, so you don't want to stress this too much. But you want to kind of bend it into place so it's going to be tight on the pencil. You don't want it to be too loose so that it slides up and down, and you don't want it to be too tight where it doesn't slide easily up and down with a little bit of force. Now, here's how you begin. You place your gimmick near the bottom of the pencil, and when displaying the pencil, just to be safe, you don't want to really show this side. You want to keep your finger on the gap, and you can display the pencil pretty freely. With a little bit of motion, it's very hard to see the extra thickness, especially if your spectator is more than 2 or 3 feet away. It's almost impossible. Now you're going to borrow a bill, and you're going to fold it right down, not quite in half lengthwise, but about, I'd say about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch less. Now I'm going to be doing this entire explanation from behind practically, because that's where all the dirty work happens. What you're going to do is place the pencil inside the fold, and I'm going to, using my fingers, move the gimmick up until it rides and hits the middle of the bill. Okay? I'm going to give you an exposed view. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. At this point, what you want to note is that this end of the gimmick, where it opens up, is below where the fold is. If it's not, then fold it a little bit less. It's very important. This edge of the gimmick has to come out before the fold. So what you're going to do is, you're doing this while you patter, is just say, okay, let's crease this bill up, and you just slide your fingers up, put the gimmick in position, and then what I like to do is, at that point, I pin the gimmick in place with my right thumb, I pull the pencil out. So at this point, my right hand is hiding the gimmick. The gimmick is in this position, inside between the bill. I'm hiding with my right thumb, and I point right at this tip, and I say, this is where it's going to happen. Watch right there. Now, when I place the pencil back in, I'm going to place it into the gimmick, and notice the pencil point comes out above on the other side of the bill. So from here, it simply looks like I pointed, and I'm putting it right back inside the fold. And that, see, what happens is the pencil, this happens a lot, and this is actually good for the effect. It makes it look more convincing. When you push up, friction pushes it up. Do you see how that pushes a point? It's very convincing from the front. It looks just like the pencil's right there waiting to go through. It's very good to do this with a sharp pencil. Now, I like to straighten that out. I bring the pencil closer, and I just get ready, and then I push right through. As soon as you do that, go ahead and push the gimmick up until the pencil stops against the gimmick. I'm sorry, the bill goes as far into the gimmick as it can possibly go. And you're going to hold from the front with your forefinger right at where the gimmick ends, at the gap. So here's what it looks like from the front. Here's what it looks like from your view. Gimmick is actually trapped inside of the bill. Now the beauty is, with the gimmick, you can open the bill. That's the selling point. That's the major selling point of this trick, is that at this point you can open it up and you can show the pencil seemingly going right through the bill. Very strong illusion of the pencil penetrating right through that bill. At this point, you can close it if you'd like. I like to keep it open, and you're going to grab and you're going to rip down. It's going to make a great noise. Listen to this noise. Just like a ripping bill. I do that, and just as a safety point, I immediately twist the pencil around so that it's so that the gimmick is in finger palm. I go like this, and I twist it down. Not as a concealment move. It shouldn't look like you're hiding anything. Just as a natural move. As it goes down, I twist it. I look at the bill, I blow on it, and I show that it's healed itself. That's the first phase of Misled. Now for the next phase. You've finished tearing the bill off. You've finished tearing, the folded bill, the pencil through the folded bill. You've got it in your hand. You're going to open up the bill. You've revealed it. What you're going to do at this point is you're going to fold your bill into a V shape, just like so. So if you look, it happens to go across the face of Andrew Jackson if you're using a 20, but just like so, into the shape of a V. Now what you're going to do with the gimmick is you're going to push the eraser down and hold the gimmick so that the gimmick is going to move all the way down until it hits the eraser. And you're going to put the pencil inside of the V-shaped bill. Now here's the placement. The front of the gimmick needs to be within the bill. So you can't see, it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't see where the gimmick stops and the pencil starts. You want the gimmick inside in the front. However, in the back, what's important, if you look from behind, is that the back of the gimmick, the part where it opens up, is outside of the back of the bill. So, as you can see right there is where it ends. There's about a few millimeters, and then there's the bill. Now here's how you perform this. You let this hang to show what the pencil looks like. You're going to grab the left side of the pencil, and you're going to hold the gimmick in place. Okay, I'm going to show you a behind-the-scenes view here. So, there's the gimmick. I'm going to hold this. I'm concealing all of this side from the front. I'm going to pull the pencil away by twisting, and that's going to dislodge the pencil from the gimmick. So the gimmick right now is in my hand. It's in between the bill. The front of the gimmick is between the 20, and the back, the hole is open behind the bill. So I've pulled it out, and I point to the bottom of the bill, saying that's where it's going to happen. Keep your eye right there. Now I'm going to pretend to put the pencil back in through, but in reality I'm going to go behind the bill. I'm going to put the pencil through the gimmick, and sometimes it takes a little bit of a twist, and then I'm going to make sure by pushing it back, pulling it back, that it's actually hitting, the eraser hits the end of the gimmick. So the side of the eraser hits the end of the gimmick. At this point, from the back, the pencil's already loose. It's not within. But from the front, it looks just like that pencil's hanging. Now all you need to do is hold the tip, and you're going to simply allow the pencil to melt through. Now here's the action behind that. All you're going to do is pull down and allow the left side to go up, so it's going to look from the front as if it's penetrating right through. Now you don't want to pull down too hard. You don't want to pop the gimmick off. That's very important. So one more time, let me go through the action. It looks like you show this. You've stolen the gimmick. As you pretend to put it back in, you actually put it behind, and you want to loosen up the gimmick. The gimmick's a little bit too tight right now. It should slide right through, just like that. And now you really want to make sure of the fact that the pencil is where it should be. It shouldn't be underneath. It should look like it's really in there, just like it does right now. And now all you do from behind is melt it through. I like to drop the pencil at that point so the gimmick is in my fingers, in my palm, and then I snap the bill open to reveal it. Everyone usually wants to see the bill. Pencil is a pencil. You know, nobody wants to examine it. You can go ahead, you can put the bill down. If you'd like, steal off the gimmick. Just pull it right off and drop the pencil. I wouldn't even say examine the pencil. Why run if you're not being chased? Don't ask them to. Just drop it. If they want, they can look at it. And feel free to just keep your hands at your sides. You can put your hands in your pocket, ditch the gimmick, whatever you feel most comfortable with. If you don't want to do any of that, you can just put the pencil away with the gimmick in your pocket, in which case you're completely reset to perform the effect. If at this point, let them borrow the bill, put the pencil away, you're ready to go again. That's Miss Lab.